Hi, I'm Superintendent Scott Bailey of the Desert Sands Unified School District, and here you are joining me for the Goldfish Bowl. You might be wondering, what is the Goldfish Bowl? Well, the Goldfish Bowl is our district's idea for an innovations contest. It's modeled off the familiar Shark Tank, only we use a kinder, gentler approach to the Shark Tank because we have judges, otherwise known as goldfish. In our version of Shark Tank, known as the Goldfish Bowl, students and staff can submit project ideas that can be funded up to $3,000 per project. Out of all the entries that we receive, 5 finalists emerge. Those 5 finalists then go before the Goldfish, and they are judged, and they are potentially awarded for a maximum amount of $3,000 per project. Now let's meet the Goldfish. Marketing guru and entrepreneur, Kathleen McEntee. ESPN boxing commentator and former WBC world champion, Tim Bradley Jr. Chief Innovation Officer for Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, CVEP, Joe Wallace. Attorney and community leader, Amir Afsar. Retired CFO of Jack in the Box and local community leader, John Hoffner. This year's competition is being brought to you virtually. And I think you'll agree that these video submissions that you're about to see are excellent and represent our school district in a most innovative way.
The Goldfish met in an online conference room to discuss the fall and winter finalists for the 2020-2021 school year. Finalist projects come from James Monroe Elementary School, Andrew Jackson Elementary School, Shadow Hills High School, Indio Middle School, and Quinta High School. Here is Goldfish Kathleen McEntee to present the Goldfish Bowl.
Good evening. I'm Kathleen McEntee. On behalf of the Goldfish, I'm pleased to announce the winners of this season's Goldfish Bowl. We want to thank everybody for their participation. We certainly enjoyed reviewing the films and the requests. They were very timely. They were creative, and a couple of them were quite entertaining, and they certainly demonstrated the passion that you have towards improving the education and improving the experience within the district. We especially enjoyed those that featured the students, where we really got to understand and feel the need, the passion, and the interest in growing within the school district. So, on behalf of the Goldfish, we're pleased to award the following.
Presenting the ICP from Monroe Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Mr. Gilroy. I teach science here at James Monroe Elementary. I'm actually part of the math science team here at James Monroe Elementary. So let's go see if we can find the other member of our team, Mr. Nathan Manderfield. I wonder what he's dreaming about.
Hey, Mr. Gilroy!
What?
Come on and check out our 3D printer!
Why not?
Our 3D printer. Hey, that's only a box! We don't have a 3D printer. You know why? Because we don't have enough money.
I got an idea.
Hey, I know, we could take it to the Goldfish Bowl!
Exactly!
Alright, so this is what we actually want. We want a 3D printer. It is $379 for an Ender 5. We've done our research. For filament, we think that if we get 5 of them, it'll be sustainable for up to 2 years. After that, we can ask PTO or raise our own money to sustain it. Okay? We also are going to do some computer engineering or software engineering, so we're going to need a new laptop. With all of that said, we're asking for about $1,020. Now you're wondering, how is this innovative? It is innovative because we have a STEM program here, math and science combined. It can be part of that. We also want to be the experts at the school to do proof of concept that we can become the experts. We're willing to become the experts on how to make a 3D printer, how to use it, and have the kids help us not only prototype and build things, but also do the computer engineering behind it. Come here once. Here's another thing we can use it for. We have a thing in 5th grade here at Monroe called Graduate School. We have coding and game design. It can be part of that. and it can be part of Shark Tank. So when the kids make their own businesses, they can prototype things, all right? How is it part of the LCAP? Come this way. Come over to my LCAP section. I happen to have an LCAP section always up in my room. We could start to bring up our numbers in mathematics. You know, this is right now on orange. We'll definitely bring it to the blue. We're already in the blue because we are a blue ribbon school. Also, part of chronic absenteeism will also get more kids in school. Why? And build our career and college readiness, okay? All right, come back over here. Let's look at our last thing. Replicability. Who's going to benefit from this? The 103 fifth graders will benefit from it. Our after-school program, once school gets back in, we are going to do proof of concept and have a maker space eventually over in our library. We're going to reform that. First, what do you kids have to say?
Dad, I don't think welding's working. I think we need to 3D print this rocket.
I think there should be more goals in STEM. Mr. Manafort is teaching us the Rubik's Cube this year. I wonder if we could 3D print one.
This year in math and science class, we're learning engineering. It's awesome and I like it. Please grant us a 3D printer. It'd help us very much.
Our first award goes to ICP, Image Code Print, at Monroe Elementary School. This was a very entertaining video, and it really demonstrated the interest in the need in improving the education and enhancing the educational experience as our students obviously grow from elementary to middle to high school and be prepared for that. The request was for $1,019 to provide a 3D printer, a laptop, and filament. We had quite a discussion about this because we recognize that 3D is going to become commonplace in the very near future. And while we really, and we want to support it, we actually don't think you put enough money into funding filament. Filament, of course, is going to be the reusables. We want to have everybody that wants to be engaged with this have the type of experience that they should have in order to learn and grow. So we're pleased to award $2,000 to the ICP project, with the difference between what you requested and the $2,000 to be used for filament. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing the final products.
All right, my name is Amir Afsar. Well, I guess I'm most known as a business and real estate attorney with Afsar Law Group, but today I'm a Goldfish. I got a bunch of these big checks, so what better way to use them than funding a great cause? Our first winner, I'm proud to announce, I should say, ICP at Monroe. This was a great project. Looking forward to seeing some outstanding items printed on the 3D printers. $2,000 coming your way. Looking forward to some great projects.
Presenting Enhancing Literacy Through Media from Jackson Elementary.
This is unacceptable, students. The mind control satellites are not working. Our prototype is not assembling correctly. We need to make a better effort in our 3D modeling. Our 3D printers are working overtime, but we need these satellites now. We need to launch these satellites so that we can work on the coding for our mind control, so that people will buy my beef jerky. I need this now. So get to work on the 3D printing, Mia. Noah, I need that code for the mind control. I expect that to be done. You know what to do.
Goldfish, you are our only hope. We code and 3D print all day to make mind control satellites so people will eat Mr. Thompson's disgusting beef jerky. We need more. We want to be able to tell stories using digital media. Some of us are struggling with reading and writing, but we still have stories to tell. We work every day, and for what? Nothing! Just to make people buy this man's beef jerky. Gosh.
This next award is for enhancing literacy through media at Jackson Elementary School. The request was for a 3D printer, 2 computers, and 2 digital cameras. And I must tell you, I'd never even heard of an Osmo before, but I've become well educated. You know, we know and we recognize that digital media is the future. It is here today and continuing to advance, and we think it's really important that that our students learn at an early age. Everybody is on social media today. Everybody is involved. Everybody is stepping it up, especially in these COVID days. So we think it's really important to prepare students as early as we can. And we're pleased to announce the request of $3,000 to fund this program. We look forward to seeing your final products.
I'm back with another big check. That's what we do. We're handing out big checks tonight. And the next one, of course, is for enhancing literacy through media. You already heard the reference to the Osmo. Those little cameras, they're going to be amazing in the hands of the students. It's going to be fantastic to see all kinds of incredible videos that you guys make yourselves. So take this money, use it wisely. We look forward to seeing what you can do.
Presenting the future of Shadow Hills High School esports from Shadow Hills High School.
Hi, my name is Matthew Hall, and I am a founding member and current president of the Shadow Hills High School Esports Club. When the original board and I saw the rise of esports in many colleges and high schools, we decided to create an esports club of our own. So we created the first esports club in DSUSD. Soon after, other schools created their own clubs, like La Quinta High School, Palm Desert High School, Palm Desert Charter Middle School, Indio Middle School, and many more. Now with other clubs rising, it is all the more important to acquire the necessary tools for our club to succeed.
Hi, I'm Nick Fraser, and I'm the current vice president of the Shadow Hills High School Esports Club. Last year, the only game our club offered was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. Our practices and events were almost completely student-ran, with students even being the ones to provide the Switch setups. These student-ran events hosted up to 70 people during the season. However, Smash Ultimate was not the only game we wanted our club to focus on. Over the quarantine, the club board has gone out and created a way to gain more members to play a wider variety of games in an organized state with the ability to communicate with all of our members. Our club, consisting of over 100 members, has grown to be the largest club in our school. We would like to branch out to games such as Overwatch, League of Legends, Valorant, Rocket League, and many more. We started the process of creating teams and placing members on them based off of skill and leadership. However, we face the problem of figuring out how to get our members to efficiently play these games. Even though most of our members have their own computers at home, we wish to be an inclusive club allowing anyone to play. Our goal is to build 6 computers in our club room that have the capabilities to play all of these games.
The computers in our school's computer lab are not able to play these games at a competitive level. We have determined the necessary components and costs to make this happen. 6 computers costing approximately $600 each is over the maximum grant of this bowl. However, that $3,000 is a substantial amount to get us started. With esports becoming one of the fastest growing industries, teams and clubs have been receiving generous donations from sponsors and schools. UCI just recently built a 3,500 square foot arena just for their esports teams. The goal of this club isn't to build giant arenas, but to give our students the opportunity to gain scholarships and play at a collegiate level. These computers will help us achieve this goal by allowing our players to practice for and compete in a large number of national and California-based tournaments.
Our club has already started making an impact on this community. We have run all the esports events in the Valley through our school. We desire our teams to be a strong competitor in these events for years to come. This money and the help of our students will make sure this come to fruition. I want to thank you, the Goldfish, for listening to and considering our submission. Thank you for your time.
This next award goes to the future of Shadow Hills High School esports. And wow, we just want to acknowledge the student participation and the hard work you went to put that video together. We recognize that esports is only going to explode. And I thought it was fabulous that you already have 115 members with really kind of a grassroots approach. We are all about supporting esports. Think of the value that esports and your participation can be for students and for the Coachella Valley, because now we're just not competing locally, we're competing regionally, we're competing nationally, and guess what? You'll be able to compete on an international basis with this kind of learning and training. We are so pleased to award $3,000 for the project. We wish you the best of luck and let us know how you progress.
I'm personally really excited to be a part of the Goldfish Bowl to award this check for $3,000 to a esports group at Shadow Hills High School. As somebody who played video games with Mario, Saving a Princess, and was always told to turn off those video games, it is a real joy to turn over this money to you guys. You guys are the future. It's incredible to see what you're doing with video games. I'll tell you this much. As soon as we get past this whole COVID thing and get all together, I play Madden. Humble brag, I have a PS5 waiting for me at home. So get in touch with me, Amir Afsar, Shadow Hills High School Esports Group. I challenge you guys, Madden, let's see who can do what. I'm a 42-year-old lawyer, but I think I can take some of you guys down. We'll see you soon.
Presenting the Wellness Hub from Indio Middle School.
Hello everyone, we are the IMS Tigers. I am Francisco Uribe.
I'm Priscilla Luna.
And I'm Brooke Triplet.
And just like we do with our staff and our students, we will begin our presentation with a mindful moment and a short restorative circle. Now we are going to do a short presentation in the creation of the Wellness Hub.
The Restorative Practices and Intervention Center was created during the 2019-2020 school year. For many years, suspension rates at Indio Middle remained high, but the behaviors were not changing. The RPI Center represents an effort to reduce school suspension rates while also providing the necessary interventions for students. During that same year, we saw a decrease in suspension rates from 16% to 5%. Despite the success, we recognized that there was a flaw in the system. Students needed to get in trouble in order to receive the help that they needed. This notion led us to develop the idea of a wellness hub on campus.
Yeah, because if you're in class and that happens to you, you have to keep it to yourself, or else everyone else is just gonna look at you and judge you. But if you're in a different area where it's safe and everyone's basically having the same problem or issue as you, it's normal instead of you having to deal with another problem.
No, because I don't know, it's just not right for a kid to get help. They shouldn't even be in trouble. If they need the help, the adults at the school should be there for the students. They shouldn't say, okay, you need help, get in trouble, or the kid doesn't have to think, yeah, I need to get in trouble for me to get the help that I need.
The Hub's primary focus is to offer a safe place for students to go when they need a place to feel calm and safe. Teachers can replicate aspects of the Hub in their own classrooms by incorporating some of the mindfulness practices that the Hub will offer periodically. The Hub is meant to be an extension of the work teachers are already doing, but since teachers have the responsibility of teaching content, the Hub is meant to serve as a Tier 1 support for students when they need a calm place for a longer period of time.
The potential benefit connects to all of our LCAP goals. Research shows that practicing mindfulness and restorative practices help students regulate their emotions better, focus better, build healthier relationships, and be more self-aware so that they can handle challenging situations. Whether they are focusing more in order to get grades and test scores up, or whether they are practicing tools to help them manage anxiety, anger, sadness, or stress, the Hub will give all kids at a Tier 1 level a place that is safe and filled with supports. For sustainability, we currently have the space at Indio Middle to build this room and create a place for all students. Additionally, almost 50% of our staff is currently trained in dynamic mindfulness, and 20% of our staff is trained in restorative practices. However, these are both things we practice as a school, and teachers have integrated them into their classrooms already in various ways. Ultimately, the goal is to have students become leaders trained in both mindfulness and restorative practices. The Hub will be an additional place for students to go to, and we will collect data quarterly to see how many students are visiting the Hub and also survey the students to ask more about their experience and feedback. In this way, we will be continually able to refine our process and build upon what we are starting.
This next award is for the Wellness Hub at Indio Middle School. I don't know about you, but it seems wrong to me that someone should get into trouble so that they can get help. We all agreed this is not the way things should be. And sometimes we just have to take ourselves and jump off that merry-go-round into a quiet place to calm a little bit and think things through. We think that the Wellness Hub is a great opportunity for kids to do just that. We have a model in a couple of the other schools, programs that are similar to that, and they've worked out really well. And so we're very supportive of that. Yet in these COVID times, I think we need to think a little differently. We support the program and we are going to fund the program. But I think what's a little more important is I would challenge you to see what we can do now. The same stressors, maybe even more, are happening to kids while they're at home in distance learning. We would all like to challenge you to find a way to reach out to them, to help them go to their quiet place, jump off that merry-go-round, and help them through the times now so that when they come back to school, you can introduce the Wellness Hub, it'll make sense, it'll be on track, and you'll be able to be the resource that the kids need. Congratulations, we're going to award the $1,480 that you requested.
All right, Wellness Hub at Indio Middle School. You're up next, $1,480 coming your way from the Goldfish Bowl. You heard Kathleen lay the challenge down, all right? We're sending this money right now, so we expect you to take action with it right now as well. There's no reason to wait. There's people out there that need your help. Let's put this $1,480 to work. The challenge is there. Let's see what you do with it.
Presenting Humans of La Quinta High School from La Quinta High School.
Hello, I'm Sam Robledo, and today we'll be presenting to you an idea of bringing our ongoing project, Humans of LQHS, to a physical space on the perimeter of the school. Our goal for this is to bring our community closer during such a time and just make us feel safer around one another. The theme for this project is, what is a message you would like to deliver your future self? Some students are eager to hear what you have to say, and we hope you enjoy.
This project is especially important during a time when uncertainty encompasses all our anxiety and our worries. Through a time like this, our struggles have become more transparent and sometimes it can feel like we're alone. But through this project, we can refute that narrative. We can show that our stories may not be so different from others and that adversities are meant to be conquered together. And hopefully we can inspire others to share their stories as well.
Humans of LQHS has historically been a project that not only the Hawkview gets excited about, but the school as a whole.
Journalism staff members get a chance to improve their interview, photo taking, and overall writing skills, while faculty and other students get a chance in the impromptu interview. The goal of Humans of LQHS is to cultivate empathy between Blackhawk students and staff, and it does just that. We could easily restart this project and usher in a new and improved era of Humans of LQ.
As for details for the banners, like the location of the banners, they will be put on the perimeter of the school, fenced by Doompalm Road and Blackhawk Way. And of course, to ensure social distancing, we suggest 4 decals that are durable and removable for the sidewalk. We have budgeted about 60 decals on Amazon for nearly $30. We would also have 4 2.5 foot by 6 foot banners to introduce our project mission statement. If we were to purchase the vinyl banners on a website like Vistaprint, we would order 25 2.5 foot by 4 foot banners to highlight the 25 staff and students. This would amount to $1,061.78, this including grommets and zip ties needed.
Hi, I'm Miranda Mir. Our biggest inspiration is Photoville's fall pop-up underneath the Brooklyn Bridge and Community Heroes projects. These projects were so successful because they were placed in high traffic areas and the subject material presented was varied and candid, which is what we plan on doing. For example, these 2 images elicit an emotional response, which is our goal. These projects made a difference highlighting aspects of the community that not everyone had the opportunity to experience and know, which ultimately led to greater shared empathy among all parties involved.
So our idea is to have a banner of a student or staff member from LQHS and then a little description just explaining like who they are and what they represent, and just to show that we aren't as disconnected as people thought. If we do this, we will be showing that it was us kids that had an idea and put it to action. We also just want to give people hope for the future and just to show that we are capable of doing certain things on our own.
This project is good publicity for our school. People can drive by and look at our project and see how inspiring and devoted LQ students are to their school. There's something powerful about teenagers who take a lead in a project that is significant and impactful as this one. When people start looking at La Quinta High School, they will see a school that amplifies their students' voices and teaches students how to make a difference in their community. Down the line, if the project becomes extremely successful, we can pitch Humans of La Quinta High School to our city and turn it into Humans of La Quinta.
Humans of La Quinta High School. We loved it. That was a very creative, very interesting project. You know, from a messaging standpoint, a connection standpoint, and really to be able to get to know who's who and what's what within the high school. The project request, though, was for banners within the high school. And in these COVID times, hardly anybody's really going to see them, are they? So what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to think a little further outside the box. We'd like you to think about having the community at large get to know the people, the students, the teachers, the administrative people, everybody that has to do with La Quinta High School. How about letting La Quinta know who's at La Quinta High School? So what we'd like to do is we'd like to challenge you to think broader, think bigger, think about Old Town La Quinta, think about Highway 111 and Washington, and think about some of the areas where you could display your posters or your banners and get to the community to know who's at La Quinta High School. Think bigger. We think it's important. We're awarding you the full $3,000 above what you asked for. What you asked for was basically to fund banners, and we're happy to do that. But the difference between what you asked for and the $3,000, we want you to put your minds to it and your hearts to it, and we want to see you outside in La Quinta. That's what that different money is for. I look forward to seeing who you are and what you do.
Believe it or not, even in these COVID times, there are humans of La Quinta High School. Humans of La Quinta High School, congratulations on your award of $3,000. Now, this is a little bit of a dangerous precedent that us Goldfish are doing by giving more money to high school students than what they've even asked for. I mean, think about that. How often do your parents give you more money than what you asked for? But we're giving you that extra money because we want you to do something big with it. We want to see your art display in areas where there are other humans of La Quinta, to see the humans of La Quinta High School. $3,000. Let's do something huge with it.
So what do you think, Amir?
Well, I just thought there were so many outstanding projects. I mean, the hardest part was figuring out, who to give the money to, right? I mean, just so many great options out there.
Well, I absolutely love the interaction of the students, and you could see the passion and you can see where it's going. I think it's wonderful.
Oh, totally. The kids are fantastic. The energy they bring is really something that's hard to duplicate anywhere.
And I'm happy to overinvest Superintendent Bailey's money. What about you?
Oh, sure. I mean, if you give me someone else's checkbook, I like to add zeros on it for sure. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I can spend somebody else's money very well.
Well, I mean,
on good things.
I think I can spend it better than you, frankly. I mean, I'm up for that kind of challenge, you know, if they want to give us more checks, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. But in all seriousness, on behalf of all of the Goldfish, it was a pleasure being part of this project. We wish you the best of luck, but most importantly, we want to see an outcome. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know if we can help. We're here.
All right, that's right. Good luck to everybody out there. Have a good one.
Join us in the spring for the next episode of the Goldfish Bowl. To learn more about this project, go to www.dsusd.us/goldfishbowl. Students and schools are already working on their pitches. This year, more than any, has demonstrated the resourcefulness and ingenuity the students and staff of our district exhibit wherever they apply themselves. We look forward to seeing the creativity of our students this year become realized, and we are excited for next year's School of Fish to usher in another wave of innovation this spring.